Hey everybody, welcome back to another episode of Buster's Beat, the podcast hosted by me, Buster Pants, your favorite problem in the North Shore. Today I am joined by a very special guest, a good friend of mine, musician, craftsman, jewelry, geologist.
Just a little bit of everything. Just a good
little bit
mix.
Alexa.
A little bit of what? A little bit Alexa.
Hey Alexa.
Hi, LJ. How are you?
I'm so good. How are you?
Very good. I felt so nervous. Just now I'm like, LJ.
You can call me LJ.
Can I call you LJ?
You can call me LJ.
Excelente. Very good.
My last guest did the same thing where they're like,
Yeah?
do I have to call you Buster? And I'm like, you can't. You don't have to. Just don't use
Very
like my full
interesting.
government name.
You know, actually, I always wanted to ask you. So you perform always under.
Wait.
Now, I know. We're getting then right into it.
Wait, hold on.
Hello.
So this is my special guest, Alexa. Alexa, how about you introduce yourself?
Hi. Okay.
And how you like to identify both like pronouns, labels, as an artist, as a person in the world, all that stuff. And then you can start grilling me.
I love it. Hi, my name is Alexa Stamison. Clearly, I'm a friend of Dear Buster here, and that's why I just want to catch up with them right now. But so my name is Alexa Stamison. I identify as she, her. What else? What was another question?
Slap at the bass.
Slap at the bass much. I play bass. I'm a musician. I am a small business owner. I'm gay. Like, what else?
Good, yeah. These are, you're checking off.
I know. Why am I so nervous right now?
I don't know. Stop looking at the camera.
I know,
It's because
exactly.
you're watching yourself
That's
on the
why
TV.
I did. I saw myself and I was like, "Ooh."
That's why you're nervous. That's okay. That's why,
Gumby.
that's why it's over there.
Save
Have your
me,
emotional
Gumby.
support, Gumby. This is why we bring them.
Excellent.
Okay. Now, hey, what's up?
Hey.
So we've done it. We've gotten you on here.
I'm very happy to be here. It's really an honor to be here. I've watched a couple episodes of the podcast. I love what you're doing. I think this is a very exciting project.
Do you think watching or listening made you more prepared or more nervous?
Well, I love being prepared for everything. It's like I wasn't prepared for anything through school. And then when I started becoming like an actual professional music professional, like if I got hired for a gig, I know the set list in and out like 12 days before like we have to do it. Like I try to be prepared as much as possible. I think this is like a nervous tick of mine. And I'm just like, I want to be so prepared. So like when
How many episodes did you listen to?
I listened to 5.
Oh, that's good.
That's
Some people
great.
come on having never listened to it at all, which like isn't a requirement at all for doing it. But
very
yeah.
good. But no, so no, I'm really happy with what you're doing, and I think this is cool.
Hey.
I want to ask you. Okay. I'm so curious.
Okay.
So you are currently performing under as Buster.
Yes.
Do you have any plans of making other characters? Like, do you ever want to be LJ? Do you want to be? I mean, you're Greta as well, so you already have these.
We've got Greta Gaucho, who's my great aunt.
Yes.
Who I have to have on the podcast
LOL.
someday. It's
You
gonna be
should do
It's
it.
gonna be a very complicated episode, but it's
so.
we're working on it. Yeah, so I have Greta, which is a very interesting source of income.
I love that.
A lot of people, when I am out of drag but performing on stage, like when I'm rapping, I feel like a lot of my musician friends just know me as LJ.
Exactly.
Which is fine.
How about this? If I was going to play a set
Yeah.
and I wanted you to come up, how do I introduce you?
However you want. How did you hire me?
How did I hire? I think I hired you.
Are you paying me?
Of course I'm paying you.
If you're paying me, introduce me as Buster.
Okay, sounds good. Of course I'm paying you.
We'll do it that way.
Oh, I got you something.
What did you get me?
I got you. I brought you two of my talents. Here you go. It's gold for a king.
This is the first time I've ever gotten a present
Really?
on the podcast.
I should know that actually. I watched.
Thanks,
Couple
guests. Oh, we got a little bit of merch.
So this is almost going to be a relic. I'll tell you why in a little bit.
Oh no.
It's okay. It's okay. It had
It's
to
got-
happen. Oh my god. I'm so sorry.
Oh.
Da-da. We had been a band for 10 years and we wanted to make that shirt year 1 and we finally made it in our last year. Isn't it great?
Why is it a relic?
It's a relic because we will be no more, but we'll talk about that in
Okay,
a little
all right,
bit.
we'll get to
talk
that.
about that
All
in a
right.
little bit. In a little bit. It's okay.
Sick. And
It's
then
pretty sweet. The people, they were like, we can't print this. And I'm like, you can print it. All right, so that is part of the line of Rex Rep stretchies that we do.
Oh.
I make at least like 60 to 100 stretchy bracelets like a day, some days in the summertime. I have a little small business. We'll talk about that in a little bit. But I started doing a pride line, and I wanted to put a non-binary. I made those today, and I wanted to give you one.
Nobody else brings me presents. All right, and this is what's in it?
That's what's in it. So
I feel like a Pokemon deck.
Exactly. I like when people like try to figure out what they actually got without me telling them.
Like match these to which ones?
Match
Okay,
the
yeah.
beads.
So, all right. This one's lava. That's easy.
Sweet. Good job.
Okay, yep. I feel like the yellow one is going to be the yellow.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
well
that wasn't a trick. Okay, now it's going to get dicey. Black tourmaline.
Black tourmaline. Can't go home without it.
And then I'm down to these two.
Excellent.
So tough. It is tough because one says rainbow and neither of them are rainbow.
I know.
So, all right, we're going to say purple is rainbow?
No.
Oh, fuck.
I know. Who would have thunk it?
That was my other guess, was like white is a reflection of all the colors.
Usually Rainbow Moonstone does have a lot of color play in that. These were chosen specifically because it's white. And did you know like all the flags? It's not just like the rainbow flag is just a rainbow flag.
No,
it has
like
specific colors.
Yeah.
I had no I mean I feel like a bad gay sometimes. But
there's a lot of work that goes into being a good gay, so I think we're all bad gays.
Absolutely.
We're doing our best.
We can do our best. So
Thank you.
We have a little pride line, and that was one of them.
Whatever. I'm gonna wear this later.
Oh my gosh. This is very soft.
You know, I want to know a fun fact about me?
Sure.
I've never seen Jurassic Park.
What? Wait, really? Oh my god. I think I saw it way too young, and it just like stuck with me.
It always shocks people because like I don't know, like I feel people somehow equate me to Jeff Goldblum, which I love. Not that I look like it,
That's
but
a compliment.
same energy, huge compliment. Where they're just like, you haven't seen everything he's ever been in. I'm like, I feel like I've seen almost nothing that he's been in.
Honestly,
we just serve a lot of the same energy.
I don't think I've seen a lot of Jeff Goldblum.
He's in like The Fly.
He's in The Fly. I never really saw The Fly.
Too
I know the references, but yeah, I can't do that.
Too goopy for me. I can't do that. He was in that new one.
The new Jurassic Park?
No. What's that movie? The Wizard of Oz. Wicked.
Was he? Wait, he was?
I
haven't seen Wicked
he the
yet.
Wizard?
He could be. That would be a great wizard.
Bad Gays.
Jeff
We
Goldblum,
haven't seen it.
The wizard.
Right?
Yeah.
I think. We're going to get canceled. Oh, no.
I know.
This is going to come out in June, too.
Oh.
So this is like the anti.
Sorry, do I look at this camera? I'm very sorry.
Yeah, this one's the wide one in the middle, and then that one's you.
This one.
Yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, don't look at that one. That one's me. I mean, you can't. Yeah, you'd have to climb over the thing.
Very good.
So, speaking of bad gays, what's your gay origin story?
Oh my God,
Do you have, like the journey you went on, how you identify, what all that looks like?
It took I feel like I was like such a late bloomer to the game. You know, I grew up in we weren't like so religious, like we weren't like praying at the dinner table, but like we went to church every Sunday, Greek immigrant family, and it just was never spoken about. We didn't know it existed, you know, that kind of thing. Like other than South Park, I feel like I never really knew.
South Park was
like,
your introduction to queer culture.
Exactly, Mr. Slave.
Mr.
Well,
Slave.
You know, and it just I remember being at like the Blockbuster in Vinnon Square when I was a kid.
Oh my God.
I know. Thank you. There was a Blockbuster. It's where Qdoba is currently now. So
Okay.
anyway, yeah, if that gives you anything.
Near the dispensary.
I remember there was a VHS tape. You know how they had the actual
My
copy
back
of
hurts
it?
from
I
this.
know, exactly. They had the actual copy, and then they had all the rentals behind it. There was one where there was like, I've never told this story, I think.
This
so
is
that's
perfect time to tell it.
This is why it's not being told very well. So there was a cover that was boy, girl. Okay. And the two girls, like they were looked to be couples, but the two girls holding hands. And I'm like,
Gay.
I didn't know.
What was the movie?
It was Imagine Me and You.
I don't even know what that is.
No, it's great.
Is it gay?
Yes, it is.
All
and
right.
it's English too. It's British.
It's British.
It's British.
It's British, guys.
It's great.
I'm
it's
sorry,
great.
Britain.
It's so bad. It's so bad, but it's such a great movie. I highly recommend it to any baby gay. That's right. That's a good baby gay.
I haven't been a
movie.
baby gay since I was a baby.
Oh my god.
I was an early bloomer. I came
Yeah?
out. I was
Good
born.
for you,
I was born
dude.
real fucking gay.
I'm so jello.
Thanks.
Right.
It's honestly, it's kind of lonely being out at like such a young age because nobody else is.
Absolutely.
You know?
When I came out to like one of my like friends from like high school, like in our main friend group from like Marblehead and Swampscott, Connor, he's like the only gay guy in our group when we were kids, and he was like, "You bitch." Sorry, I know the microphone just went whoa, whoa, whoa.
No, it's good because everyone else is always really soft spoken, and I like scream on this podcast.
Yeah, so
now we can both be turned
by the end of
down.
it, we're gonna turn the gain all the way down.
Somebody recently was like, "Oh, I went to go listen to your new episode, but like you were yelling," and I was like, "I know, I'm sorry."
This is the digitally remastered take. But no, so
But he like your friend like knew
my friend,
you know the gaydar.
Can I tell you, it was
You
like
can.
there was a few friends who were just like, "Oh yeah, Alexa's totally gay," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"No, I'm not."
Would you have an undercut?
No, not
I did.
even.
I had an
was
undercut in like the 4th grade.
Really?
Yeah, I never had to come out. You know,
my
I was just there.
gosh. See, my mom cut my hair when I was like a kid, so that was never gonna
My
happen.
mom, very straight woman,
Dude,
gayest haircut.
really?
My mom's got the gayest hair.
so jealous.
She's got like spiky short hair. Yeah, she wears a lot of like cut off shirts and like
Oh, I love
cargo
her.
shorts. And people are like, your mom's gay. I'm like, she loves dick. She has said
Jesus.
that to me.
I love it.
Yeah.
Just love.
And I quoted that back to her once. She was like, I did not. I was like,
You're
oh,
like,
you
"You
did.
did."
You did. It wasn't even that long ago. It was
Mhm.
the first time she came to one of my drag shows.
Oh, really?
And like the day after, I was like, you know, was that okay? Because like, you know, I keep it kind of spicy, but I
Of
kept the
course.
first half of the show less spicy. And I was like, all right, Mom, I'm going to get real spicy. So you should leave for the last act. And she did. But I was like, oh, you know, I hope it was okay. I hope I didn't say like dick too much. And she was
my
just like,
gosh.
I like dick. And I was like, well, you must since I'm here.
Oh my gosh. Exactly.
So,
Well,
but just the gayest looking straight woman. You
Yeah.
know? So I had some pretty gay haircuts as a child.
see, you're so like I was I was the gayest straight girl looking,
Yeah.
like just like total, just trapped and lost deep within.
Mhm.
And then like through college, you know, like I went to Seldom Straight University down the street.
Seldom Straight University. I've never heard it called that.
Wait, shut up. You've
Well, I
never
didn't
been
go
called
there.
that? Oh, okay, that's
I didn't
fine.
go
Yeah,
there.
Salem State was always called Seldom Straight University. It was just like a joke. Like a lot of people. I don't know how it originated.
Well, because I've done a bunch of queer events there, having never gone there. But
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, this school's pretty gay.
Oh, yeah, it's pretty
Yeah.
gay. Yeah.
Huh.
So yeah, I didn't, and you know what? It wasn't until my college friends, I just had a group of LGBT
Mm.
friends, and I was just like, oh, these people are normal. No, seriously, it's just like it just doesn't like
Normal enough.
normal enough. Like I just remember, like in high school, I was never a theater kid. I wanted to be. I so wanted to be. I'll
Hey.
tell you a story in a second about
All
that.
right.
But I just never fit in with the acting kids or anything, and those were the gay kids.
They're
at
hard
school.
kids to get along with, let me tell you.
I think that's why.
Yeah.
I think that's
Too
why.
many personalities.
Were you wearing the black shirt, moving the sets, or were you on stage? I know.
Both,
know.
actually. So when I was in high school,
Cool.
like when I did K through 8 or whatever, it was
Yeah.
always just like you did the whole K through 8 did one musical and you were either in it or not in it.
Amazing.
So I always did those like 3rd through 7th grade, and then 8th grade they did Annie, and I quit because I was pissed because I was like, why would you give me something I could not star in? Yeah, I was pissed. Sophia Karafotis, I got a bone to pick with
Oh.
you. No, and everyone's like, you would have been a
Wow.
great Miss
You would've been
Hannigan.
great.
I know, but it's not. I wanted
It
to be
just
the
wasn't-
star.
I know. Let me be your star.
Let me be the star.
Mhm.
But so when I got to high school, they had both the musical and like the theater, like competitive. You go to
Yeah.
like the Massachusetts High School Drama Guild festivals.
So cool. Did you?
So I did both. So I
Did you?
acted in the non-musicals and I did tech for the musicals because I don't like to sing.
You're the coolest.
No.
I already knew you were.
For sure not the coolest. But that's what makes people cool, is thinking they're
I
not
love
cool, I
that.
guess.
Yeah. No, exactly. No, I.
Well, that's what people perceive as coolness. I think generally when people call me cool is just a complete lack of giving any kind of fuck. You know?
Mhm.
And I give some fucks, but
I'll give you 3 guesses. 1, 2, None. No, I'm
Zero
kidding. No.
So yes, I was a theater kid.
Yeah.
We would have gotten along.
Absolutely.
Did you do sports?
I did band and I did swimming until I started like being a bad girl, and I smoked cigarettes. Oh my god.
Did you smoke pot?
I smoked pot once. I smoked pot once when I was 16. And
I think I smoked pot when I was 16.
Just about 16.
Bit,
I like how we're getting very ASMR-y with it. No, and like I ended up having a bad time, and like I threw up in my friend's bathroom because it ended up being chronic. Kids, it's a lot easier nowadays to have clean products, but when you were a kid, you didn't know what you were getting. And so I've smoked chronic. Anyway, so I remember specifically going home that night and feeling miserable. And like everyone loves Raymond, which I don't like, but I laughed sometimes at the show.
Everyone loves Raymond.
Couldn't laugh. I couldn't laugh at all, and I'm just like, I can't smoke weed anymore. And then I did until I was 18, and then I turned into a bad kid. But I smoked cigarettes when I was a kid, so it just didn't mix with like the jock kind of like attitude, and with it, band kid totally worked. Did you ever smoke cloves? Oh, dude, I first started smoking cloves.
Just the crackle.
Yeah, just the crackle. And you know why? Because they smelled good.
They smelled so good.
They smelled so good, and you didn't smell like cigarette smoke.
No.
So
just
like
smelled like a weird like emo hippie.
Exactly. But I'd come home and I was like, "Are you burning incense at Katie's house?" And I'm like,
"Yeah,
of
course, obviously."
So yeah. So I was like a secret bad kid. I was a secret gay kid and a secret bad kid.
All right.
So
closeted about being a bad gay.
Exactly. Jesus, we're coming full circle.
Back to the bad gay.
Back to the bad gay.
For Pride season.
For Pride season,
that
just
we're now
in time. Just in time. Yeah. And then in college, I just remembered feeling finally more free, like just seeing by example, because sometimes you're a product of your environment.
Yeah.
So you're just like, all right, well, these people are pretty nice and they're really normal people, and I don't feel weird.
Yeah. Being around the gay people.
Being around the gay people. And then
felt right. Felt good.
And I remember a girls' night one time. It's not going to go where you're thinking. We snuck to a bar on the Linway that used to be a gay bar, but before that it was previously a McDonald's. And now it is officially a Mexican restaurant, Hacienda. If you drive by it, you're going to be like, that's
that
McDonald's.
Used to be a gay bar?
That was a gay bar.
I drive by it all the time because I live in Lynn now. So I
Oh,
drive
you
by it
do?
all the time, and I'm always like, I wonder if that place is good because it's in such a weird spot.
I have no idea, but I went to it as a
You
gay
wanna go?
bar. I would love to. I'll meet you there. I'm in East Boston
We'll go
now.
Are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Sick.
So I went there. I don't know if I was 21 or not yet, and we.
Well, if you were sneaking.
I know exactly.
Probably not.
Probably not. And I remember talking to a dusty dyke, just this cute old a dusty dyke, an old lady.
Is that a term?
I thought it was a term.
No, I mean it could be.
I hope
never. Is that what they call me?
No, we're not dusty dykes
we're
yet.
Not dusty yet?
No, no. We have to be in our 60s. 60s.
Okay.
60s.
All right.
Then we're a dusty dykes. And
when do you become an owl?
What's an owl?
An older, wiser lesbian.
What?
Owl.
That's another one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I can't wait to use that.
There you go. That's when you go from dusty to owl. I think it's the next step. Or maybe it's like two different timelines. If you become old and wise, you become an owl, and if you learn no lessons, you're just a dusty
dyke. Step right on up.
See the dusty dyke. Okay, so you met a dusty dyke.
I met a dusty dyke. And I just remember talking to her. I go, I think I'm gay, and she's just like my little my dusty dyke. She came up in a puff of smoke like a fairy god, like a gay fairy godmother genie. And yeah, I just remember like coming out to this stranger first, and
sometimes that's easiest.
Exactly, that is always easiest, and then it just goes from there. And then like I just remember not wanting to make a big deal out of it because I'm just like, I just want to be normal.
Yeah,
I'm just me.
Just skip ahead to already being out.
Yeah, right. That's hard, and a lot of people don't like really get to do any of that.
Yeah.
So I mean, it was tough, but I feel like I was lucky enough to like do it in my own time. I had really good friends, and I could just like, I had like 4 different groups of friends, and just be like, do it one at a time. Just like
Take your time.
take your time with it.
Yeah. The Geology friends, were they supportive?
Oh my God, Sam.
Yeah.
So you know Sam. Did Sam ever tell you how I came out to him?
No, but I think I must have already known him when you came out to him, because then I think he was like, I have a gay friend.
I have
and
a
I was
gay
like,
friend.
I'm good right now.
That's
I think that
awesome.
was his thing
That
for being
was-
like,
You're gay?
you're queer. My friend just came out of the closet. I was
Oh my
like,
gosh.
let's give her some time to cook.
We don't need to talk to her yet. That's wicked funny. No, I remember we were in like the Geology hangout room, and we were talking about like family members who like we thought were gay or something. So I don't know, college. And we were talking about my brother. If he's listening to this, we always thought Mike was gay, but he's not so
I was
far.
gonna say, Mike, you gay?
I know.
So far
I
not
would
gay.
I would love for my older brother to be gay too. It'd be great. But anyway,
Give him my number. We'll turn him.
I know.
Gay agenda.
Gay agenda. It is part of the gay agenda.
We'll put him on there.
You're not a full gay unless
Brother Mike.
and you flip someone. I heard that if you turn someone gay, you're called a spatula.
Oh fuck.
Are you a spatula?
I don't turn people gay.
No.
My thing is like, if you're attracted to me, it doesn't matter what your gender is.
No.
You're gay.
It's
It's gay to be attracted to me.
I love that.
Yeah. Because imagine like the
yeah.
men who
Yeah.
are into me, who like
That's
think
true.
they're straight and they're
Mhm.
attracted to me.
I'm just like, oh,
That's gay.
that's pretty
That's
gay.
so gay.
It's pretty gay. But no, I remember talking, and I go, we thought my brother was gonna be the gay one, and Sam's like, what?
Wait. Did he go? Huh?
Yes, that's actually more like
I
it.
do a really good Sam
Have you
impression.
hung out with him lately?
Yeah,
I
I
saw
was
him
hanging
like,
out with him the other day.
oh my God, jealous.
Yeah.
I would love to hang
He
out
came
with
to my show the other day.
He did.
Yeah.
Excellent.
So yeah, you had a nice slow.
I had a
You got slow and
Yeah,
steady. You
I
got to
was
take your
slow and
time
steady.
with it.
It was really comfortable.
Yeah.
Honestly, you know why? Because I felt,
What are you doing to Gumby?
I don't know what the fuck I'm doing to Gumby. I'm sorry, Gumby. Get over here. Reset. Speedy. Hi, Speedy. How you doing? So I just, it's not like, you know what? As you get older, you don't see people as much. So when you're just like catching up with friends and stuff, it just wasn't the first thing that came out of my
I'm
mouth.
like, hey, I'm gay now.
Yeah, just like, hey, love it. You know, like it just wasn't gonna happen. And then all my family's like in Chicago and stuff, so I didn't want like them to know.
Are you from
or-
Chicago?
I'm from Chicago. Well, I
Didn't
was,
know that.
no, I was born in.
Known you
Sa-
for like a decade. I had no
I
idea.
know exactly.
I just thought you were like from Swampscott.
I was a Swampscott gal, you
Yeah.
know. Yeah. She's no short kid.
Yeah.
No, I was born in Salem, and then we moved to East Boston. We moved to Saugus. We moved to Peabody, and then we moved to Chicago. I was there for like 6 or 7 years, and then we came back. And then I've lived in Marblehead for about 20 something years. Love it there. And I just recently moved to East Boston. I'm in my it'll be a year in September.
Oh,
But I love
nice.
East Boston.
All
It's very cool. It's not gay enough. We need to bring the gay there.
Gotta make it gayer.
They do have one drag brunch kind of thing at
Mm.
Kennard's Tavern, but it's not enough.
Get me some gigs.
Absolutely.
gigs down there.
Absolutely. I want to set you up with like the tall ship or something there. That would be really
Have gay
cool.
will travel. Tell me about your rocks.
Well, so I started a little jewelry business a couple years ago. We're in our 3rd year of business right now. It's called Rex Wraps.
Yes.
One of my nicknames in life was Alexa, Lexa. Kind of like always stuck with me. I feel like I've seen every single dinosaur meme, and if not, every friend has sent me something over the years. Trust me, I've seen it.
Do
seen
you
'em all.
always know like the whereabouts of like the Route 1 orange dinosaur? Do
Oh
people
yeah, we
constantly
just
update
passed it
you?
yesterday.
Yeah.
I just passed it yesterday. I was like, there it is, babe.
Still going strong. What
Oh,
an
yeah.
institution.
Exactly. But no, so I do wire wrapping. I made like this kind of piece.
Mhm.
I do stretchy bracelets, and I have a kick-ass collection of ethically sourced crystals from all over the world.
I got a rock.
I know. I see. You have
There
a
you go.
little rose quartz from Madagascar. Very pretty.
How do you know that?
Well, you know why
Does
actually?
it say it on?
No, it told me.
Like,
no.
is there a sticker that says Madagascar?
color is one of the last things you want to use to identify a mineral just in general.
Mm-hmm.
But one of the cool characteristics of a Madagascar rose quartz is when it's polished and you hold it a certain way, you can see a cat's eye effect. And if you follow it, use the light, and you'll find a little shadow of like an almost hairline around it. Move it gently. Do you see anything? I love it.
You're messing with me.
No,
I don't know.
maybe it's just these beautiful eyes, you know.
Well, we're also under a lot of lights.
But anyway, so
I'll look at it out in the sun.
use different characteristics to find, and one of the characteristics of a rose quartz from Madagascar, it has a little cat's eye in it. But I like that there's rules involved with crystals. So, for instance, there's lepidolite. That's the purple in your bracelet. I'm wearing it today, too. Lepidolite is a lithium-rich mica. It's about 80% lithium.
Like the batteries.
Exactly.
And
but also
the medication?
And the medications,
the antidepressants?
Guess what lepidolite is for? It relieves stress and promotes calm and mood stabilizing. So you can start to use the ingredients of the physical. And I've always tried to figure out why they're like, all right, this stone's about this. I'm like, all right, what's the ingredients of it? So it kind of helps me in that.
That's cool.
I have to figure out why, because like if they're just making it up, I can't do it. I can't talk about it.
Yeah.
Not my first job. Ugh. One of my when I was like 19, I worked for Best Buy for a season.
Okay.
And it was when the Wii Fit was coming out, so it was a crazy time. Oh my gosh. But they had me like sell like their insurance for their LCD TVs, their LED TVs, and like the light would like. This is when flat screens were like first coming out.
Okay.
So they didn't figure out all the kinks yet, and they're like, "You have to sell insurance." I'm like, "No, it doesn't cover it," and they're like, why, you teenager? And
it's
so
not ethical.
And yeah. Did you know that you had to work there for a set amount of days before you got your blue shirt at Best Buy?
But then what did you wear?
I
You were
just
just
wore,
like a
like-
person wandering
I
around
was
the
just
store.
exactly. I wore like a blue sweater every day, and they thought like I was like a manager because I wasn't wearing a blue polo. And I'm just like, I was just born yesterday.
You gotta earn
it. And I remember asking one of the girls, she's like, "You've only been here for 2 weeks. You haven't earned it yet." And then I got my blue shirt and I quit the week after.
Took that blue shirt and got the hell out of there. I love that.
Oh my god.
That's such a good.
Screw you, Best Buy.
Screw you, Best Buy.
Who's crying now?
I got my new laptop from there recently.
Oh, really?
Yes.
People still shop at Best Buy?
I don't. Where do you buy laptops?
I know, it's true.
That's the thing. I used to order a bunch of stuff online, but like now I live in a building where packages get stolen a lot. So
Yes.
I've gone back to stores.
There you go.
Unfortunately.
There you go.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, 2 kids. I guess it was 2 kids. My neighbor told me the other day I got a package stolen, and it just had sage from California, like 150 rolls of it.
So annoying.
Like, jokes on those kids.
Yeah, they're just gonna throw it away.
I know, man. Like.
That's
like,
the
"What
thing
is
too.
this?"
Whenever people steal my packages, it's never anything valuable. So I usually try to do like a walk around the block to see if I can find it like
Jesus.
ditched in a bush or something.
Right, exactly. They're gonna
Like-
figure out that I ordered lame shit.
Yeah. Like that. There was one time I got like vitamin E oil. You know, somebody took that, and I
Come
was like,
on.
"Stay moisturized, I guess." I
Exactly.
hope you're not just gonna throw it away.
I know.
That's what. Anytime people steal from me, that's always my stance on it. Like, I really hope you need it. I hope you need it more than I do.
Really hope you
okay?
need that
Hope you
vitamin
need
E
it.
right for your butthole.
Twice at music festivals, I've had someone steal my shoes.
Dude, first of all, F that. Second of all, why shoes?
I assume they really needed them.
They honestly,
Like
what
somebody
festival was it?
Wormtown.
Wormtown.
Yeah.
I almost wore my Strange Creek sweatshirt.
So I'm
But
sure
I-
somebody wandered into my campsite, super messed up, and we're just like, "These are my shoes." So now I leave out decoy shoes.
Yeah.
So like I'll bring a pair of shoes that I would be getting rid of
Are
anyway,
you kidding me?
and I leave them out in the campsite in case somebody takes them. And I hide
It's
my
logical.
shoes. Yeah.
It's pretty logical,
Well,
honestly.
that way, you know, if someone does take them, then I'm not throwing away a pair of shoes. Somebody
go.
gets a free pair of shoes to wear home.
There you go. I usually try to take a pair of shoes that
From me? Have you been stealing my shoes?
I have
What
been
shoes?
actually. Just one, just the lefts.
What shoe says you got? Just the left.
Just the
Son of a
left.
bitch. That did happen to me once, not at a festival. Somebody like took my backpack out of a car and it had like my shoes. One fell out back into the car, so they got away with one shoe.
Why? Why?
Because they needed it.
They needed it.
They needed it.
Oh,
Yeah.
Are you going to any festivals this summer?
I think I'm gonna go to Strange Creek.
Nice. You should.
Well, I go for free.
Oh yeah.
know?
Are you? Oh yeah.
You know.
That's awesome. Are you gonna go? Are you?
If I had to pay, I wouldn't go.
No.
No. I'm not sorry. I'm not sorry. It's gotten so expensive, and the lineup's gotten so poor. Like this
It's
year,
just
the
the
lineup's
same.
pretty good.
Yeah, it's
But like
not
the
bad.
doesn't make up for like the last 5 to 10 years.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
Except for Long Arm Rex.
of course. Of course. Well, no, I have my favorites that I go and
No,
see.
I
Like,
know, yeah.
but you know, if there's a lineup of like 25 bands and I'm there to see 2 of them.
I know.
Mm.
It's just like, sorry, I can't. I just can't make it right
Yeah.
now.
Speaking of
Yeah.
Long Arm Rex.
So Long Arm Rex, Long Arm Rex, you know, to your audience, I'll let
This will
let
come
it
out in June.
It'll
so,
come out in June.
yeah,
So we're officially done.
officially.
Officially.
Not
We
just taking a break. 'Cause
not
I
just
know
taking
you've
a break.
taken some sabbaticals.
We've taken many a break.
Taken a couple of sabbaticals.
Exactly. You know, we're an 11-year-old band. We're all in different places in life. It's done. You know, we all live in different places in the state now too.
Oh,
like
yeah.
so like Jeff's almost in Rhode Island, Darter's in Hopkinton, Cece's in Marlboro. I guess they're close enough. And then actually James is in East Boston. But we're just all in different places right now.
Yeah, things don't have to go on forever.
No. I'm excited. I'm keeping myself open and excited for new opportunities
You wanna
coming
start a
my
band?
way. Yes.
All right.
So actually,
Yes.
one of the things that I need to do more this summer is I experiment with a loop pedal sometimes, and I have a portable PA, and I have been
speaker.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I have been busking once in a while in the subway, and I do dub reggae rhythms and like loops and just like practice noodles and stuff. I'm not good,
No,
but
of course not.
but it's really fun. It's
I don't
really,
think
really
you need
fun.
a busking permit in Salem anymore.
I don't think you do either.
So
You want to do it this summer? Like even like, dude, like a Tuesday evening when it's nice outside.
yeah,
Something like that, you know, like during the week, because we're both gigging.
we're busy.
We both got stuff
Yeah.
going on. That's what's tough about starting a band, because everyone's like, I can only practice on the weekends.
yeah.
I can only do these.
Mhm.
And I'm just like, oh, sweetie pie, no. Like,
Yeah.
we all have things we got to do. So, and then it's just getting together with someone who's organized. So you're a very organized individual, as am I. Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it.
Easy.
I'll come up with some fat beats for you if you want to like rap, if you want to do
Great.
anything. I love it.
Great.
I would love it.
Easy.
I was like almost thinking about reaching out to you before we came here today and being like, should I bring my little rig today? We can like next time.
Next time. We'll
next
do a
time.
special episode. Yeah.
Exactly. That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I'd love that. That'd be really cool. So so when I do dubs on the subway, I'm the dub way.
Yes.
I already
You have
took,
to.
I took the Instagram name already. I'm just like, it's too good. I gotta do this.
Nobody else had that?
No, nobody else had it.
That's
so I'm
pretty good.
Dubway Lex. It's got like 60 people on it, but
Hey.
I have it for when I get back into it. And that's what music has been for me like these last couple, I guess the last year or two.
Mm.
It's there when I need it, and I love it for that.
Yeah.
And like if I'm busy with work, it's going to be there when I need it again.
Well, that's good.
Mhm.
That's a good healthy approach to it. 'Cause
Absolutely.
I know some people who are like, if I'm not doing it all day, every day, then I'm never doing it again. And it's like, no, I think you can go back to it.
Well, you just made it a chore, you know?
Yeah.
Like you made it not fun. It should be something that you're just like, oh, I can't stop what I'm doing, or I have to stop everything that I'm doing and do this right
Yeah.
now. The other day, so my girlfriend, she got a missed call, and this woman who left a voicemail, I don't even know if she's left the voicemail or not. She's losing her mind in it.
no.
I go, babe, can you send this to me? And I sampled her and I made like a 30-second demo. But like, why not? So that's
What
one
was
of
she freaking out about?
I have no idea.
All
But
right.
like the best thing, and we've been saying it to each other in the house the other, like just, I don't even know. I don't even know. I don't even know.
I like this. I like this new project.
It's great. So actually, if you ever have a weird voicemail, send it my way. And
I've got some very interesting voicemails.
it's just good inspiration. Anything can inspire you.
Well, I always tell people, I'm like, listen, if you leave me a voicemail, you might end up, if I ever like release a hip hop album, like that's
See?
what I'll be doing.
You're already thinking about it.
I actually have this a series of like really nice voicemails, and eventually I had to like text this person to be like, I don't know who you think I am, but it's not me.
Wait, they kept on calling.
Well, they would call me and leave like these really like nice, like inspirational, like it was like clearly an old guy thinking he was either reaching out to like a younger relative or like a coworker. So I'm just being like, hey there, youngin', just like calling to make sure you keep your head up and blah, blah, blah. Like just every couple of months or so. And like the first time it happened, I was like, oh, wrong number. And then like second time it happened, I was like, wait, is that the same guy? And then like when it happened for the third time, I finally sent a message to be like, I love these voicemails. I think this is the wrong person. I don't want you to think that this person is ignoring you or not responding. I just don't know who you are.
So pour your heart out to me.
But that happens to me weirdly a lot, where I'll like get messages, and it's usually like, thankfully nothing creepy, but it's usually like nice old people who are just like, Jim and I were at lunch, here's a picture, and it's like a selfie of like three old guys, like, and I'm like, this is beautiful. I don't know any of you. I think you have the wrong number.
Oh my gosh.
Actually, that happened to me.
Yeah.
2 people from that same friend group messaged me.
Stop it.
So I'm like, one of them must think they have someone's number and like gave it to the rest of them. And I was like, hey, I actually saw this picture. It's not me. I don't know who you think. And they were all just like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, no, this is really cute. It's a great picture.
Exactly.
Like,
you ever be in a group message with like a bunch of people, and then there's one person who's like, you have the wrong message.
Oh my
you have the wrong number. Get me out of this. But like you've already sent like 30 messages in the group. This poor stranger is
I think nowadays you can remove yourself, but there was a period of time where you could not remove yourself from chats like that.
Yeah.
Well, I'm not sad about Long Arm Rex.
Yeah.
There were so many good times.
There were
so many good shows.
times.
And I bet everyone's going on to do their own thing.
You know, I wish the best for everybody. I think being in a band is one of the best things you can do. And just like, especially if it's like you guys are all in it and like we were all partners in it. Like they were like my brothers, they were my sisters, they were basically my girlfriend and boyfriends. It's like being in a relationship.
In a polycule.
Absolutely it is. Oh my gosh. But so no, I still, like if I had a gig tomorrow, like of just like, Alexa, you gotta find a band, I'm still gonna call them, you know? That would be it. But yeah, no, so the drummer and I, Jeff and I, we have some projects that we're gonna be looking into, and like I want to write a few rhythms, have them recorded, and just be Johnny on the spot. Like you have a built-in rhythm section that knows each other perfectly,
easy peasy.
you know? Exactly.
I love that.
So yeah, and that's
everyone's
it.
still friends.
Everyone's still friends.
All right. There's
you
no
know, we have a
major
wedding.
drama.
We have a wedding. Yay, wedding season. James, the keyboardist, and Jose they're getting married on June 21st. What if you come? Just come. It's an outdoor wedding.
Wedding crash? Did you say June?
In June.
Busy.
June 21st. I know it's Pride season.
Busy.
Exactly. You know, I know.
Do I have a gig on the 21st?
You might.
A lot of people are getting married this June. I'm like,
Yeah.
Do you guys not know it's Pride season?
Weddings are back, you know?
Weddings are back with a vengeance.
Sadly.
Yeah, I have 2 gigs that day.
Oh, shit. Way to
Yeah.
go. I know.
Wait,
honestly.
where's the wedding?
It's up in Acadia.
Too far.
What if you emceed the wedding as Buster?
I have a gig emceeing a wedding next year. Somebody hit me up because I've done like officiating and stuff.
Have you are you ordained?
Yeah.
Oh my God, amazing.
Of course I'm ordained.
Well done.
Which doesn't really matter in the state of Massachusetts. You still have to like fill out a thing to
Yeah, you
like
still
sign
gotta
the
go.
documents. People just think like as a priest you can legally be like, you're married. That's not how that works.
It's not how it works
That's
at all.
Not in Massachusetts anyway. I was like, yeah, I'm ordained. They're like, it doesn't matter. You still got to like file a thing with the state and the town
exactly.
and all that jazz. But so some other friends of mine got engaged, and I'm not super close with them, so I didn't expect any sort of invite, but I kind of joked like well, if you guys need a priest, I can do it. And they were like, well, we're having one of our friends officiate, but like, will you like DJ and MC the reception for us?
Amazing.
And I was like, yes. Aww. Because I've been the best man.
Yeah.
I've been a maid of honor.
Oh my
I've been an officiant.
Yeah. Now I gotta be the DJ.
Now it's time to DJ.
Amazing.
Yeah,
just going through the entire cast.
Yeah, everything except bride and groom. I'm good with.
And you know what?
I've yet to be a ring bearer, you know?
Really?
That would have to be some sort of really kinky wedding, I think.
That would
I'd have to
be.
crawl in like a dog and make it extra weird. I just, for like one of the queerest, most polyamorous people that a lot of my friends who get married know, I'm like, you guys sure want me involved in this as someone who doesn't believe in the institution of marriage to be like, but I want you to officiate our wedding. And I'm like, all right.
You drive a hard bargain.
You drive a hard bargain. No, that was a lot of fun because those were two very good friends of mine. And I was like, you know, I do condone this marriage. Like I put my official seal on it as a minister to be like, you know what, these crazy kids might make it.
They might just make it.
They might just make it.
You should be a notary while you're at it.
I've
Just
thought
a
about
queer
it.
notary.
I've thought about it because all you have to do is like fill out a bunch of paperwork essentially.
You know, you become a very handy friend.
Yeah.
Too. Like,
this is not the first time I've thought about this.
okay.
No.
All right. What
Yeah.
other schemes do you have?
I'm always
Tell me.
scheming.
Yeah?
I'm always
Got
scheming.
an idea book going
No,
on.
I don't.
You know what I would love to be one day?
A schemer? Ocean's 11?
No, I always wanted to be a karaoke DJ.
You could that'd probably be a really easy dream
Right?
for you to follow.
I know. I want to just do it.
You have a speaker
I know.
and you have a microphone
Yeah,
and a laptop.
exactly.
You could do it.
I think I could do it.
Yeah.
I think I could do it. My dreams, like, I used to be like, I want to be in the FBI.
Well,
I
you
want to be a
just-
geologist.
You
Now
were
I'm just
talking
like,
about how there's not enough queer stuff in East Boston. Just find a dive bar and be like, hey, can I do like a queer karaoke
that
night?
would be that'd be a good thing. Okay. Okay. All right. All right.
Mm,
Again,
mm.
I got it.
There you go.
All right.
Put it on the list.
Well,
What does my list say? Shark.
Shark.
I don't remember. Oh, I was gonna read the
Sharktivity.
Sharktivity.
Sharktivity. Very good.
Shark.
But yeah, what else? What else do my friend?
That's what I got. I don't do a lot of notes because I'm just like gay origin story.
I know exactly.
Queer-
I feel. Wait, no.
What?
Go ahead. Go
No.
ahead.
What were you gonna say?
No, I don't know what I was gonna say now. It's over. It's over. It's gone.
I was gonna say
too
queer
much
origin
weed.
story
Too much weed.
and music origin story. What was
Music-
the first band you were ever in?
Oh my god.
Not
Hey,
including like school band.
no,
like
no,
marching band.
not marching band,
Yeah.
anything like that. My first band was when I was 14.
Mm.
It was we got to practice at my mom's basement. Thanks, Mom.
Thanks, Mom.
And we went through 3 band names because, as you do when you're a teenager, you can't decide on anything.
Yeah.
So we used to be the Deaf Aids, and then we were Eargasm.
Love
Which I
that.
loved Eargasm.
That's got to be a band name
Mhm.
already, though.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Honestly, but no, this is like 2004.
Should have trademarked that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We didn't know what we were doing. We were in the
Yeah.
basement and just making a mice like around.
MySpace.
Yep.
Remember MySpace when we were all coders?
I know. I can't believe it. Actually, I did go through my MySpace music the other day just to see if my old band's name stuff was in there. The page is still there. All
I
the
didn't know
files are
MySpace
corrupted.
is still there.
The files are corrupted. They like
Oh.
offloaded them. So like they're in this like internet graveyard. And I didn't know that they could do that.
Yeah.
But all my music from like when I was in high school was on there. It's gone.
They did that. I used to have a comic strip that only
Yeah.
existed on Tumblr.
Oh,
And then like Tumblr did a big dump like way back if like you
Wow.
hadn't touched your page in a certain amount of years. So I
Really,
tried to look for it and it was
Tumblr?
gone.
Shit.
Yeah.
if only they knew like us millennials with our like being all like, remember when?
We're so nostalgic
so
because we can't afford
nostalgic.
houses.
Exactly.
So we focus on our childhood because the future's too bleak.
Remember this bass line I made when I was 14?
Remember Gumby?
Remember Remember?
Remember Gumby?
I
He's
remember.
covered in wax from this candle.
Yeah, I was gonna ask actually what
That's-
happened to Gumby.
Oh no, it's just I've got naked lady candle.
The goddess.
Yeah.
Very cool. She's
Yeah.
awesome. What happened to her head? Oh wait,
it's
no.
a candle.
These kind of candles, you never want to light them though.
No, I didn't. I just lit the top just
Yeah.
so it wouldn't have
Mm-hmm.
a fresh wick. But I had another. I bought 2 of them, so that one I kept.
I like
the
her.
other one I
She's great.
melted. Yeah, we love her.
Mm-hmm. So
Yeah.
I played bass when I was 14. And it was because I only played bass actually because I played guitar from when I was 10 years old. And my buddy, actually, who's late, I had my first band member ever who passed away. I feel like I'm
damn.
a real rock star now in my life, you know.
Yeah.
But no, so Brandon Rice, God bless him. He said, Alexa, everybody plays guitar. You have to play bass if you want to be in the band. And I said,
He was right.
You got it. I took my mom's record player speakers.
Mm-hmm.
I shimmied them with like a bad amplifier. Like I like unwired it to like, and then at first I used a guitar for bass lines. It sounded so bad. And then I went to Sam Goody. I got my first act bass. And it was from there. I always loved it. I always loved bass. Like I play guitar a lot still. And like if I do the looping, like in the dubway stuff, I'll play guitar for that just because it's like there's more you can do with it.
Yeah.
But I love bass so much. I want to play bass forever.
Bass.
It's the best, man.
I'm biased, you know.
I'm bassist.
I'm bassist.
I love the bass. It's a great instrument.
You know what? Bass players are always like the best person in the band to have to deal with. You know, it really is.
Well, because we're in the background, you know. That's why I think I was nervous about today because I'm like, I don't have a bass and I'm not over here.
Yeah. Well, no, they're the chillest. They're the best with their hands. You know.
I have gotten legendary hand status in Northampton at one point.
That's a pretty solid town to have legendary hand status in.
Like it kept on happening. They're just like
that.
I just kept on getting comments. They're just like, your hands. And I'm like, these hands.
You were in Northampton.
Yeah.
Yeah. The ladies. For very recently, like I didn't have a lot of people who ever really complimented my hands, and recently someone was like, "You have really nice hands," and I was like,
"Really nice hands."
Me?
Thank you
so much.
They're good, man.
Hey, they're all right. They're mostly clean, which is good.
Dainty in a good way. They're good dainty. Nice. They're nice dainty. You two have great hands. I have good, like man hands. Look at these.
I feel like our hands look really similar.
They do actually look similar. But so yeah, bass, love it.
Yeah.
Love it. We'll always play it. I have a really pretty bass too. I've several, but my main one, she's a good girl.
I just have a strong obsession with bass heavy music.
Yeah.
Like Primus.
Yes.
And like Animals
exactly.
as Leaders. Though I guess that's technically two guitars just tuned way down, but that's what bass
Do you
is.
like reggae music? Do you actually like it? I know. Not everybody likes it. It's okay.
I do.
Yeah.
I don't often put it on myself, but if it's on, I'm always like, yeah.
So you got to go with the old school.
Yeah, well, that's...
Can I send you like a playlist or something? It's really cool. And there's a lot of like, if you like hip hop and stuff, like there's so much that's
what I was going to say. I like
it.
things that have more hip hop in them and have more dance elements to it, because like if I'm day 3 at a music festival and I'm listening to someone else cover another like dub version of the Grateful Dead, I'm not standing there. I'm walking away.
I know. Come on. Can we do anything else?
My rule is if I'm at a music festival and somebody starts playing Shakedown Street, I leave.
I know.
And not even, I like the song Shakedown Street. Everyone needs to stop covering it.
Don't ruin it.
It's fine.
Exactly.
Just leave it where it is.
Well, it's like a female cover guitar player who's playing Valerie every time. I feel like that song should be off limits to all guitar players. I'm sorry. You're ruining it. There's a lot.
Leave it behind.
Leave it behind. There's a whole, she has a whole catalog of music that people could be covering, and they just choose Valerie every single time.
It's the one everyone knows.
I'll get off my soapbox about
No,
Valerie,
get on your soapbox. I'm not covering it. I don't care. I cover Detachable Penis. Those are my covers.
I love that, by the way. I think that's great.
I do it for the sound guys. You know what I mean? That's the best. I got hired to do like a Western Mass like weed festival a few years ago.
Nice.
And so I was like, all right. They were like, you need to have a 45-minute set. I was like, of solo stuff? Okay. So that's when I started covering Detachable Penis as like a trap cover.
Great.
And literally no one knew it was happening, but like those two guys at the soundboard and the U-Haul being like, yeah. I was like,
sometimes that's what it's all about.
Listen, if you can get the sound guys on your side, that's all I need.
Anyway, if you ever find yourself in Fairleigh. No, so they had a cook staff. They like, you ate, and then you saw a show. It was great. It was like dinner and a show, basically.
Dinner and a show.
And there's the cook. He's all the way. I could see him like in the little kitchen in the light, and he's dancing to our set. Like everyone was having a good time, but this guy, I'm like, if he's having fun, he's working right now.
That's what we're doing it for.
That's who we're doing it for.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Doing it for those people.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. So I played music in high school,
Yeah.
and yeah, we were the Deaf Aids, then Eargasm, then Out in May, and then
Out in May?
Out in May, because we were out in May. It's pretty gay.
That's pretty gay.
It's pretty gay.
That's pretty
I
gay.
didn't even
and you
name
weren't
it.
out.
No, I know exactly.
You weren't out in May.
I wasn't out in May.
Mm.
It's more like out at Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving. I came out to my mom while she was in the bath.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, she can't do anything.
She couldn't do anything about it.
I heard that some people, if you need to come out to somebody, do it while they're driving.
Yeah. Well, be careful. Hopefully they're a good driver.
Whoa.
No, I came out to my mom while she was in the bathtub.
Wow.
Because I was like,
How'd she do?
she's fine.
Yeah.
No.
That's nice.
I think for a while she was hoping like my brother would be the gay one.
Yeah, see?
And then he was just always kind of like, no. And then I was like, well, maybe me though. Like, I was like, you know,
Don't count me out, Mom.
well, no, the context I came out to her in, like, I didn't feel like it was important for me to be like, hey, I'm queer. It was, hey, this person I've been hanging out with, don't freak out if you walk in on us making out.
Oh.
Because it was like
Hey,
my
give
first
her
like
a
high school
warning.
girlfriend
Wow.
kind of thing.
You had a
so,
girlfriend in high school?
yeah.
You're so cool.
Oh.
Well, no, it's just it's really
She went to a different high school.
It's so nice. Yeah, well, that makes way more sense now. Just looking back, just like looking at how we change in like the last 5 years, like maybe let's say since pandemic, what do you do different now that you didn't do before?
It's so hard to get me to go out for fun.
I know.
Like to a show.
Yeah, dude.
If I'm not being hired, like if I'm not in the show and you're just like,
I'm
I want
not
to go
going.
to a concert on a Saturday night, I'm like,
And it sounds terrible.
with people?
Yeah. I try to thank people who come to, like, I do a lot of events now, especially in the summertime.
Yeah.
But like when people come to like even just the farmer's market, I'm like, thanks for coming.
Thanks for leaving your house.
You didn't have to be here. You could have been anywhere.
It's true. And
Thanks for
that's how
coming.
I feel like a bad gay.
Yeah,
you know, you were
dude.
talking about feeling like a bad gay. I'm like, if I'm off, I'm staying in.
I
But I
know.
spend so much of my life out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I love that you do this.
I do this.
and
This is new.
This is great. So do you have
This
like
isn't new. This is actually over a year old now.
Yeah, exactly. So this is just going to keep going.
Yeah.
I love it.
For now.
I love it.
Till
That's
when
awesome.
till somebody gets sick of it.
Exactly.
But
Well,
I'm having a good time. I think Randall's still having a good time. Sometimes I hear her laugh back there. So
I
think
do
she's
too.
having a good- yeah. Sometimes she's
Mhm.
enjoying it.
Very much so.
So until Randall gets sick of it, you know, that's when we'll keep doing it.
I love that.
Yeah.
Very good.
So rounding out this episode, I always like
Yes.
to ask my guests now, since we are living in a really dark timeline,
Mhm.
not commenting on the dark timeline per se, but what we are doing to add a little bit of hope and what we're doing to cope.
Oh.
So for some people, it's been therapy. For some people, it's been, hey, did you know you can freeze pancakes and eat them whenever you want?
Amazing. I did see that. I saw that. That was great.
Yeah.
They make frozen ones. They make little
No, I
frozen
know,
ones
but
for
it's
like
never like occurred to me that I could just like make my own and freeze them for later.
Right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
And also gluten-free, dairy-free.
Do you bake at all?
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your?
Oh, I bake.
Oh, I bake. I'll tell you, we can bake together.
We can do a
after
little
this.
bake and bake.
Do you
No, I
bake
love
bread or
baking.
anything?
I don't bake bread.
No. Why not?
Because
Are you afraid?
I'm not afraid. It's too much time.
It's yeah.
You gotta like. There's
Mhm.
too many steps.
If you make it a couple times, then you start to get used to.
I also
Like
live
the-
alone. So I
Yes,
feel like it's a slippery
that's
slope to having
fair.
too much bread.
Dude, if you have too much bread, you start making bread. Never mind. Don't make bread. Whatever you do, don't make bread.
Enough people make bread. I don't
It's
need to make bread.
amazing.
I made some brownies the other day.
Nice.
This is 420.
Yeah.
But they didn't have any weed in them. It was just I was already high.
You're
I
just
wanted
like,
brownies.
I just want brownies.
I don't eat edibles anymore. Or like I
No.
will occasionally. Like
I
if
love
I'm
edibles.
like if I'm gonna go to a festival or like an all day thing.
Yeah.
But if I'm just like at home,
Mm-hmm.
it's not even that I'm too high. Like I enjoy the amount of high from them,
Yeah.
but I get so hungry.
Yeah.
Like it's something about edibles gives me like an insatiable amount of munchies, and not even like all right, I'm gonna have
No.
some gummy worms and like
You're
watch
just
this
like,
movie.
I just love the
It's,
way cheese is in
I'm
my
gonna
mouth.
like peel off this table and eat it. Where it's just- so I've learned that no, I just try not to. If I'm gonna be doing things all
Yeah.
day, fine. But if
Yeah.
I'm like at home and I'm just like, I need to leave my house and go get chips.
See,
Like, no, I don't.
I can stay home and I can have an edible and like I'll bead all day or something, or I'll just like do wire reps and I have like my little assembly line and stuff, and I can just put on a YouTube podcast or whatever.
Listen to Little Buster's Meat.
Exactly. That was it. I was doing bracelets today, listening to Buster's Beats a little bit.
Yeah.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
But what was I going to say? Oh, wait. No, your question about coping.
The cope and hope.
The cope and
What are you
hope.
doing?
Okay.
Beating.
So one of these, I'm beating, obviously. Like usually like if a friend calls me, they're like, what you doing? I'm like, I'm beating. I'm always beating. It's kept me so sane, and people really like them.
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool.
I know. It's good ASMR for this episode.
It's great. So I really like to keep projects for work like off to the side that I really like to do if I'm nervous or if I'm having a bad day. Like if I have like new stones that came from like India, like I get stones from this cute little Indian couple through Instagram, and they were just my favorites. And they're like, "Do you like the pieces?" And I'm like, "Yeah, I like them.
I love that.
I love that. They're great,
I
man."
love a follow up.
Oh, the best. So I love my people. So I got a package the other day and I saved it for today because I was like nervous and I'm just like, I need something to do. So I like to give myself I save myself little projects and I count my stones and whatever I'm doing. And so that's one of my things that brings me joy.
I love that.
It's very silly. And then also my girlfriend and I, we just started this new tradition. It's called Treat Tuesday. So guess what today is?
Is today Treat Tuesday?
It's Treat Tuesday.
Oh, so what kind of treat?
It could be anything.
Any kind of treat.
It can be anything. Do you wanna watch a movie tonight? Maybe that could be the treat.
Oh.
Maybe we go out and get a smoothie.
Oh.
That's our treat. So whatever Tuesday treat is,
Just some kind of treat.
you just want a treat.
All right.
And it can be big treat, little treat, whatever kind of treat you want.
Like a microdose of the treat yourself
Yes,
day.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Because I think we need a little something.
We need a little treat.
once in a while. I need a treat.
In this in this very dark timeline, I think we all need a little treat.
Exactly. Yeah. Right? So, yeah, I like Treat Tuesday. So
Treat
tonight
Tuesday is a good one.
Tonight, I think, so there's, in East Boston, there's a lot of mango cart people around. If you ever see it, do it.
Okay.
You got $5, $10 in your pocket, whatever they're charging, get it.
All right.
It's amazing. They will cut up little mangoes and they put like a weird gel hot sauce on top of it.
Oh, okay.
With tahini and everything.
Oh,
Holy cow,
like
man. You haven't lived.
Spicy, sour, all the, I love
so
that.
good.
That's going to be the
So,
treat for
yeah,
Tuesday.
I think tonight is a mango cup.
All right.
Treat Tuesday.
All right. I love that.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. And do you want to plug anything?
Yeah.
Your Instagrams, any upcoming events?
Sure.
Just know that this episode isn't coming out till June, so if you're going to plug things, make it June and on.
Junie. Okay. All right. Very good. Let's think June.
If you're plugging anything next week, no one will know.
So I do play a lot of music. Sometimes it's
This
off
way.
the spot.
Microphone.
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
yes. Check 1 2. Check 1 2. I play any of my music stuff will be announced, I think, through Instagram to just Arexa, ARREXAH, Arexa. And then for June, farmers market season starts.
Yes.
And it's Pride season.
Yes.
Rex Raps. My Instagram is REXWRAPS, Rex Raps. Not to be confused with the _. That's a truck wrapping company out of Philadelphia. I beat them to the Instagram, but they beat me to the Gmail.
Fair enough.
So Rex Raps.
Got to make that trade.
So Rex Raps, we'll start our farmers market season. We'll be in Swampscott every Sunday. That's a great market.
Ooh.
And actually, since you're in Lynn, that's a good one. Like to get your
Where is
actual
that
grocery
one?
shopping
Oh,
done.
is that by the train station?
About a 5-minute walk from there. It's you know where Red Rocks
But
Mission on the Bay.
Yes.
Right there, the town hall square.
Yeah, that's like right up.
They always have live music there too. It's really nice.
It's on Sundays?
That one's on Sundays.
That's good to know.
Mondays I'll be in Beverly at the Beverly Farmers Market.
Hell yeah.
Another great one. That one's like a party. They had a jam band there like one of the days.
Love
like
Beverly.
love the Beverly Farmers Market.
Yeah.
Tuesdays is treat days. I don't work on
Treat Tuesdays.
And then Wednesdays I think I'll be in Topsfield some days. I'll be everywhere.
Yeah.
And then
It's the roulette day.
exactly whatever I'm doing. And then Thursday I will be in Topsfield for the homegrown market. That's a really nice market too. That one's a little more upscale.
Yeah.
Like it's very nice.
It's like nice stuff.
It's very nice.
Okay.
And then Fridays I'll be at Revere Beach on the beach selling seashells by the seashore.
I've got a whole rap for you about that.
Can I tell you? I love that I started this business because like I get to do what I want every day of the week. I always wanted life to be like a permanent field trip outside.
Yeah.
And summer season is the best.
Yeah.
So like if you like go to a farmer's market anyway, there's so many cool vendors at each one. Like I love seeing like the same people at each market, my regulars, and then I have like my vendor friends that were just like,
I love vending.
I love it.
Like whenever I can go to music festivals and vend, or
Yeah.
like when I was working at Far From the Tree for a while, I did a lot of their farmers markets. Cause I just like being outside.
It's the best, man.
Yeah.
So stay tuned for farmers market season,
Hell yeah.
man.
I can't wait. I can't wait for the
Mhm.
warm weather.
I
And I guess in
know.
this episode, it's already here.
It'll be there. And then actually, Rex Reps will be set up at North Shore Pride in Salem on the Commons
Excellent.
that day.
Beautiful.
I think it's the 20.
I'll come look for
Eighth.
you. Yeah,
Yes.
I'll be in the parade.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, right on.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. But yeah, I think that's about it. That's all I
Sick.
got.
Well, amazing. Thank you so much.
Thank
for
you
coming
so
out. This is a lot of
much.
fun.
This is great.
And thank you to all the fine people out there who are listening and watching and doing all that. So make sure you go back and catch up on all the other episodes. Make sure you're following me and all of my wonderful guests on the Instagram. And be good out there. Take care of each other. Take care of each other. Take care of your community. Be gay, do crime. Go to the general. Save some time.
I love that. Be
Bye.
well, everybody.
The end.